Hi, my name is Eric DeVries, dental CPA and the founder of ForSaleByDentist.com. Today's video, we're going to talk about the profit and loss statement. This is going to come into play when you're reviewing the practice profile. In the back of it, they'll have the financials, right? And specifically, you want to look at the historical profit and loss statement. The dental financial statements have five main categories. Five. So there's the top line, as we call it, which is adjusted production or collections. Let's just call it collections, cash money received. Then we've got payroll, which is for a GP, it's a hygiene, assistants, and then office for the rest. The next bucket would be doctor payroll, which is usually about 30%, give or take, of adjusted collections for the doctor, whether it's associate or the owner. The next bucket would be overhead, which it has categories in it. And then when you shake all of that out, what's left over is profit, or EBITDA, the fancy accounting term, earnings before interest, expense, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Okay, so that's your skeleton, right? And there are certain levels, 3 or 4 levels of efficiency in there that we see in the industry. What the first level, I guess, would be, let's start with the bottom at 10% profitability or less. Okay, that's kind of your starter. Once you get over 10%, we're dialing it in. And what we normally see on that is collections being what they are. Your payroll would be somewhere around 30%. The doctor pay would be 30%, and your overhead would be 30%. 30 is 90, giving you 10. Okay, the first level of improvement off of that would probably be a reduction in your overhead. So we're probably going to want to see your overhead get down to about 25%. We're going to go from 30 to 25. That's a 5% drop, which would go to profitability. So that gets you to about 15% EBITDA. The next level off of that would be trying to get your payroll down to about 25%. So that's another 5%, which gets you to 20% EBITDA profit, right? Lots of different ways we can go about doing that, lots of tips and tricks, but we're just kind of going over what you're looking at, right? So when you're looking to purchase a practice, $1 million practice that nets you $100,000 is not the same as $1 million practice that nets you $200,000. 10% EBITDA, 20% EBITDA, right? So you see where this comes into play. And then you want to see where your categories are that you're off if you're not at 20%. 20% is pretty good. Anything over 20%, that's fantastic. So, there's a lot of ways we can drive that number. So when you're looking at collections, by the way, there are rules of thumb for that. Typically, we'd like to see $200,000 per column of hygiene per op, and $300,000 for doctor. So what does that mean? If you had 5 ops and you had 2 hygiene and 3 doctor, 2, 4, 3, 6, 9, what is that, 1.3? So I would want to see a $1.3 million practice in that 5 ops. If collections was at 1, well, we've got some efficiency issues, right? And we'd want to look at, what's going on with that. If it was 1.5, things are going really well. Maybe the doctor's doing some high-end work. So those are kind of tells for the collection side. The payroll side could be tricky. If it's a heavy PPO, you've got that 40%, maybe even 50% haircut on those standard fees. And when you reduce the collections by so much, that makes all your other numbers goofy, right? So for heavy PPOs, that could be a concern. You're probably not going to see those profits. And that's why you say, fee for service, they have the higher profitability because they have higher collections for potentially the same amount of work because they don't have the haircut on that reimbursement rate. Does that make sense? So anyway, this video was just basically giving you a bird's eye view of what you're looking for in the profitability on the P&Ls when you're going through that practice profile. As always, you're going to want to talk to somebody that's done these deals before to help guide you through the nuances of the number. This is kind of a high level approach, but representation is really important right now. This is going to be a very big decision for you. So anyways, there you go. Practice profitability and the numbers and the buckets and what they all mean at a high level. Eric DeVries, Dental CPA. Good luck.